Hello and welcome to the Business Confessional for August 1st, 2022. So if you've been following me for a while, you know I started this Business Confessional as list building diaries, talking about what I was doing each week to build my list. And if you are interested in building your list, you want to watch this because last week I built my list like hotcakes if hotcakes multiplied by 51 times. So, how did I do this? Well, before I get to that, if you are just joining me for the first time, hi, my name's JUAKERRA, and I help heart-centered, spiritually aligned entrepreneurs, specifically coaches and consultants, people who work one-on-one with people in a service capacity. I help them connect with their authentic voice and align with that in their client attraction and relationship building strategies, aka their marketing, and do this in a way that feels authentic to them so they don't burn out trying to be someone that they're not. And so for about 3 or 4 months now, I guess today, I have been, I guess since April, yeah, I've been doing a weekly video on what I excuse me, what I did that week to build my own business. What are the challenges? What are the trials? What are the tribulations? And so this last week, actually, I'm going to back up a little bit because probably a couple months ago, my friend Monica, who I'm going to be interviewing upcoming for a video on how to align with your cycle, how to align with the moon, I should say, to build your business, especially important for women. She referred me to someone called JUAKERRA Davis. And JUAKERRA is a business coach as well, and she runs something called Freebie Swaps. And I was like, "What's a freebie swap?" And she's like, "You got to get together with JUAKERRA and get in on her next freebie swap." So this is what a freebie swap is. And if you came to me through the freebie swap, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. So a freebie swap is a way that entrepreneurs can share their freebies through other entrepreneurs' lists. So we all know that it's really important to have something, an introductory offer, a low cost or a free offer that kind of introduces you to people, helps them solve a little bit of their problem, moves them further down the line towards working with you. That's what your freebie is. It's also sometimes called a lead magnet or an opt-in. And so with a freebie swap, a bunch of people get together and all share each other's freebies with each other. And so I get exposed to other people's audiences, they get exposed to my audiences, yeah, and everybody benefits. So if you're on my list already over the past week, you probably received 3 emails all about this. Maybe some of you subscribed to other people's offers, which is fantastic. So I decided this week, I registered for this freebie swap with JUAKERRA Davis, and last week it was live, and this week I have 51 new subscribers, whoop, whoop, which is amazing because that is the most subscribers that I have had in a very long time. Of course, I haven't been working super hard on finding new subscribers because I've been working super hard on getting the content together for the Authentic Messaging Academy, which is launching in September. And today, August 1st, 2022, is actually the last week of early bird sales. So if you're interested in that, please connect with me as soon as possible through the links below this video. What else is new? What else have I been working on? Well, I have to talk about something to do with summer, and it also has to do with self-care. Um, so I've been really like kind of, I guess about 2 weeks ago, there was a huge heat wave here in Prince Edward Island. And I mean a heat wave for this part of the country. So it might not seem high to you. I'm talking about in Celsius, but it was like highs of around 35, 34, which is very hot for the island, right? Usually the island where I live gets cooled off a bit more with the ocean breeze and such. And this is my first summer in this house, and it was super duper hot. And I don't know about you, but I don't work so well in the heat, right? The body becomes sluggish, the brain becomes sluggish, and then it's just kind of like, how do I get through this? And you don't make good decisions when you're hot. You don't sleep well. This has been a real challenge for me. I haven't been sleeping that well in the heat. And so I haven't, it's been a challenge to work. Sometimes I've been going to the coffee shop down the street to work in air conditioning because my house doesn't have air conditioning. However, this is the thing, right? So I have this week my brother and sister and nephew are all visiting. And in preparation for them, I've been totally freaked out. I need to get air conditioning because they're coming. Why don't I need to get air conditioning just for myself, right? So that I can work. I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes it's like when you do something for someone else, it's really what motivates you. When you think someone else is going to experience something that you've been experiencing, it motivates you to get your ass in gear and get something that's going to solve that problem for the other person. But we don't necessarily do it for ourselves. In the comments, let me, just put something in the comments like guilty if that's something that you do. If you realize someone else is going to suffer through something that you've been suffering from, but you haven't actually taken the steps to help yourself, you will take the steps to help them. Just write it in the comments, guilty, because I am so guilty of this. Even like I've been thinking about, oh, I want to get a picnic table out back so we can sit out on the lawn in the yard, but I hadn't actually gotten, my crap together to do that for myself. But the fact that people were coming, that helped. So this is something that I noticed in myself, like, okay, why would I wait to get an air conditioner just because people are coming when I really, really need it? Because it's actually really friggin' hot here. So I wound up getting an air conditioner, and I wound up getting a table out back. And what prompted me, of course, was this visit. But it's weird how when we are accountable to someone else, we act a lot faster, right? When you tell somebody, like, that somebody is going to be experiencing something that you've created, when you set that deadline, sometimes if you're launching a course, when you set the deadline or you launch the course, then it's like, oh my God, now I got to get my ass in gear and I got to create the course. So accountability is really, really important as an entrepreneur, especially as a new entrepreneur, when you don't have a team. If you don't, clients keep us accountable because we have to show up for them. But if you don't have any clients, just having someone that you're accountable to can help you. And so I just want to put that out there. Like, think about who could you be accountable to? And if you want to be accountable to me, that's awesome. Like, write something you want to be accountable to in the comments, and I would love to hold you to that and check up with you. So the way to be accountable is to say, I'm going to do X by certain date, and then follow through. Another way you can be accountable is simply show up. Like if you want to say, do your content, because it's something I do every Tuesday this month, and I'm going to continue doing this in September twice a week, is something called the Knockout, which is a content co-creation session where you can show up, you can say, in the next 2 hours, I'm going to work specifically on this. And then after 2 hours, we check in. Did you work on it? How did it go? Right? That keeps you accountable. But yeah, because sometimes it's really hard to be accountable for ourselves, but when we put it out there and say we're going to do it for somebody else, it's much, that kind of just lights the fire under our butt. So that's my second observation for this week. So two things. One, freebie swaps, awesome idea, fantastic. I've had some other entrepreneurs connect me with other people who do something similar. So I'm going to keep doing this as a way to build my list. If it's something that you would be interested in, maybe in the fall, later in the fall, I'll do my own kind of version of this so that we can all kind of, if you're in my community right now, we can all benefit and share from what each other is offering. And then the second thing is get accountability, right? If you need accountability to get your ass in gear and do something that's actually going to benefit you as well as someone else, do it. And if you need AC, get AC. I got a portable air conditioner that's also a heat pump, which will hopefully keep me warm in the winter because it gets quite cold here. So that's my update for today. Things are going well. I am kind of on half vacation this week as my relatives are visiting. If you are on vacation this summer, I hope you're having a great time. And I will be back next week with another update of what's new and wonderful. So thanks for watching. And if you're feeling, lost, I just want you to remember you got this. It's in you, right? You start your business for a reason. And that reason is about becoming the biggest, best version of you that is already in there. So go forth, boom, and do it. You got this.